Hello and welcome to Real Hi-Fi Help. Usually on this channel we would focus on the audio aspects, but I thought about making a new video series about television, which I will then call Real Hi-Fi Help Video Vault number 1. These are things that I see being repeated in the television world that I would like to share with you guys, just to make you guys appreciate what is actually good TV. So, and actually help you with some suggestions. I'm once I've read these things up, I'm going to skip over to the good part. So just hang in there and we'll quickly get through this so you can see the good part, so you can get your own proper TV going in the place where you live. So let me just dive into it. What I consider to be really good TV is something that's original and something that has a good pace, good lines, and good timing, where there is a sense of humanity and connection and realness and yeah, a calmness. You're kind of lacking this in a lot of the newer stuff, especially that calmness. Sorry. And I also feel that we're going down to B actors nowadays, actors that are very young and unexperienced, and I feel that a lot of the older really good actors, that we've kind of lost them. And especially the directing nowadays is really bad. It's almost as if money is dictating the whole thing, and we're kind of trying to sell everything to young men who are around 20. I feel that we have to go a bit back in time and look at some of the really good pieces of art that I'm actually going to show you in this picture here, in this video. I also miss, I don't know if you noticed this, but most series that are on TV, most television series, when actors say their lines nowadays, they're very fast, they're very glib, they're very robotic. It almost sounds as if they don't really understand what it is they're acting. They're not really reacting to the other actors. It's almost as if everything is its own separate thing, and it just kind of makes everything unreal because it's so fast, so focused. You just get hit in the face with focused detail, focused line details, switching the camera angles, and some of these series that I'm going to show you that are really, really high pieces of quality, those are series like Poirot, Columbo, Sherlock Holmes, Foyle's War. Those are great examples of less is more, and that we're just getting into a certain type of class of realness, of really good acting. And I often feel that when I'm watching a modern series, that everything's on a clock and you just have to quickly squeeze as much information in as possible. And that makes things just very unpleasant for you as a viewer. You really feel the stress that the director has to go through, and you don't want to experience that when you're watching TV. You're off work, you're in your own home, you want to relax and watch some TV, and you don't want to watch something like Lost or Breaking Bad, where it's a combination of a lot of good stuff mixed with a lot of bad stuff, where you're thrown back and forward and manipulated, and you're not giving enough information to really understand what's going on. That's how I feel that modern TV is taking us. That's the direction that we're going in. So I just wanted to make you guys notice these things here, especially about going back to the style of not being too overly focused and specific, but letting the moment settle, letting them finish their sentences, letting space be between a scene and another, and not constantly cutting the frame or getting a new focus or manipulating somehow to get an extra effect. Let it settle. Let there be less for it to be more. Not instead. Don't just go for more. I also feel that this kind of translates into the audio world. This is also one of the things that I feel that makes audio really good. That less is more. But of course you need less to be more if you do the less part in a higher quality. And this is where this comes in. Going for class, detail, personality. Like I said, same scene, same frame, same angle, but letting the story guide you instead of the movement of the camera. A really good example of that is the new Sherlock Holmes series compared to the older one from the 80s. The new one really sucks. Of course, it's a lot more cool, it's a lot more focused, and a lot more of the newer viewers, the younger viewers will probably like it more than the older one. But the older one had so much class, so much more class. It was such a piece of art. And of course there was a lot of big words and stuff like that. And nowadays you can't really run a television series and have it be popular if you have a high use of vocabulary, you know? You have to kind of dumb it down and make it more focused and kind of get this like Iron Man 1 Tony Stark feel to it, you know, like smart and to the point and focused, and you really just on point constantly. And those are kind of the things that I feel we should bring back. So these are the things that I see which are really horrible. You get overwhelmed in a bad way with the new stuff. You are manipulated and thrown around. You're not explained everything. It's violent. It's going for effect. It's just cheap, ugly, disgusting. The actors that are used are not experienced enough. They're too young. It's just, a lot of it is just rubbish. That it almost feels as if we've reached a time in humanity where everything has been done and all that is left is all the rubbish that we just have to kind of reinvent and cover over with all kinds of CGI effects. I could be an old rambling man. You just call me an old rambling man in the comments. If you think that's the case, that's okay. But those are things that I feel is just are repeated again and again and again, and we should not lose ourselves. We should not surrender to this force of bad quality TV coming our way in form of TV series, films, or whatever. It's also deeply reflected in the cartoons from around 1995 and then to the present time where we're in now. Things have just become really ugly and overwhelming and had this like really nervous bad energy to it. So we should go back and try to explore the good old days, like when they made the first Aladdin cartoon film around 1990, something like that. That was a really good example of how you could do something in a very sweet way that was classy but really high quality. So I also feel that a lot of stuff is quite numb, really bad at expressing itself, and just kind of totally disconnected. Mr. Robot is a good example, but also Breaking Bad, really good example of that. Just this like numbness going through it all, this randomness, and nothing is explained, and you're constantly almost feels as if you as a viewer are being held hostage, and really feel bad for that happening. And I feel that a lot of stuff is just made for people that are stupid, unethical, half criminal, and will just accept things at a very low IQ level in a very simple language. And I think we should just go back to these olden days, because there comes a point in history where we're overwhelmed with so much information that we cannot longer be surprised and satisfied, because it's just overly saturated. But let's get on with the good stuff. So this is a good television series. This is a really artful piece of information. It's probably historically correct. I'm not sure, but everything is just a piece of art. The lines are great. The behavior is great. I'll just show you an example of this.
Mr. Page?
Mr. Foyle, I really hope this is a final goodbye.
Oh, not at all. Only temporary.
You sound like a sore loser. Know what the French say? C'est la guerre.
Precisely, Mr. Page. It's the war. And no...
So much class, showing the right angle constantly, not exaggerating anything, class, respect, honor, all of that, but still in a very neutral way. Just a lot of class. And let me just get on to something else. Poirot. Fantastic series.
It is most kind of you to invite me here, Chief Inspector.
After staying with you for a whole week, Poirot, the least I could do is offer you a spot of lunch, wean you away from that. Well, let you taste some proper English cooking.
And the good Madame Japp, it is today that she returns?
Yes, about 3 o'clock. There. Now that is what I call food. That's your mashed potato. This is your peas.
Right.
Mushy peas, we call them. You'll love them. And this, the pièce de résistance, faggots.
Faggot.
Faggots. And there's spotted dick for afters.
Dick.
Yes, it's called that because...
This is tragic, Chief Inspector.
No, it's fine.
I can eat none of this wonderful food.
What? Why?
Because I have an allergy of the faggot.
An allergy?
Oui. I do not know how you say it in English, but in Belgian it is known as la phobie de faggot.
I never heard of that.
I'm so sorry, Chief Inspector. I should have warned you.
Well, this is a blessed upset, I must say. Still, you can have some spotted dick. You haven't got a phobie de dick, have you?
No. Some cheese.
I'll have a look.
Oh, just some camembert.
Listen to the
You can
music.
breathe.
Stylish, minimalistic, complimentary.
Oh,
It's the way that settles. Everything just settles.
nothing like a
Stylish.
nice bit of mousetrap.
Just stylish and beautiful. And that's how TV is supposed to be. And to give you another good example, this is just some random stuff that I've put. I haven't seen it.
All right, kill the noise. Let's
This-
have quiet, please.
Very good show for at least the first couple of seasons of Columbo.
Roll 'em. And action.
Great tempo, style, timing. Oh, I think we've got William Shatner there. Nice, cozy feel. You can really watch this and lay back in your couch, sofa, whatever it is, and really feel that, that you're enjoying this television.
go. Get down. We're shooting a movie. Get down. Get down. Cut! What is this? Who is that? Just move it. We've cut. It's a little too late to be careful, sir. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Well, what is going on? Will somebody get the security guards? Find out who let this
I
man
can't
out.
tell you
Would
how
mind
sorry I
very
am
much, sir.
for making this disturbance. I really can't tell you. My name is Colombo. I'm from the police.
Lieutenant, you happen to know your IQ?
Mine, sir? Oh, no, sir. No, they took it in the Army, but they never told us. I'm certainly not in your league, sir.
Oh, you might astonish yourself.
Where is the, Oh.
These are just small clips. Again, a fabulous TV show. Really, really quite artful American TV show. I quite recommend that, watching Columbo. And now for the best version of Sherlock Holmes with Jeremy Brett.
However did you guess, Mr. Holmes?
Fantastic actor.
Miss Smith, I never guess. My mind rebels at stagnation. Give me problems. Give me work. Give me the most abstruse cryptogram, the most intricate analysis, and I'm in my proper atmosphere. Then I can dispense with artificial stimulants. But I abhor the dull routine of existence. I crave mental exaltation. That is why I've chosen my own profession, or rather, created it, for I am the only one in the world. Then how do you account for the bullet that has so obviously struck the window frame?
By George. However did you see that?
Because, Dr. Carthew, I looked for it. And when did the first cloud cover the sun of this great happiness?
So you just get, it's almost like something, it's almost hypnotic looking at this type of Sherlock Holmes. Just so much class, just totally brings you in, the intensity and the way that he delivers his lines. Absolutely amazing. It's a bit like Ian McKellen and Patrick Stewart. I have to cover that in a different video, but the same caliber of acting. Really, really good. Really good. Really good. Now for something different. Something that ended around 2010. Just really good, high quality, almost in every single season.
Joey,
of
it's
Friends.
Ross. I need some help.
Chandler's not here.
Well, you can help me.
Okay.
Listen, I'm in Elizabeth's bathroom.
Nice.
No, I got really hot in my leather pants, so I took them off, but they must have shrunk from the sweat or something, or my legs expanded from the heat. But I can't get them back on, Joey. I can't.
Oh, that is quite a situation. Do you see any, like, powder?
Powder, yeah, I have powder.
Good, okay. Sprinkle some of that on your legs. It'll absorb some of the moisture, and then you can get your pants back on.
Yeah, hold on. They're not coming on, man.
You see any, Vaseline?
Oh, I see lotion. I have lotion. Will that work?
Yeah, sure. Throw some of that on there.
Hold on.
Ross, you okay?
They're still not coming on, man, and the lotion and the powder have made a paste.
Really? What color is it?
Such high quality comedy. I think Friends is one of the modern shows, best modern shows, comedy shows ever. It has an uncanny ability of really sustaining a high tone throughout the whole thing. It's not sarcastic, it's not pathetic, it's not like uses these low life tricks of getting you to view it, like for example Seinfeld or some other things like that. It just has so much class, so much quality in it. Yeah. And another thing, let's just take this.
Hello?
Hi, Daddy.
Who is this?
Your daughter?
No, that's not possible. My daughter's asleep, and I know that because I kissed her goodnight almost 2 hours ago.
When are you and Mommy coming home?
There are times when we make history,
It doesn't matter. You're gonna be asleep by then, right?
and there are times when history makes us.
Good night, Daddy.
Good night, little P.
To ensure you that the same American dream, shared by our fathers, our mothers.
It's weird. Yeah, ours just went black too. Mr. Secretary, you need to put the phone down. Mike, what the hell is going on? I said put the phone down.
Of some kind of explosion.
Mike, please, just tell us what you know. Capitol's been attacked. Congress, Cabinet. Eagle is gone.
Now that's how you make a proper trailer for a series, and it's actually that good. The whole season 1 is actually that kind of quality throughout the whole thing. I thought when I bought this thing here that it was going to be like a continuation of 24, and it was very similar to 24 that I'm a big fan of. But I feel that they kind of made a 24 without the violence, without the randomness. And I think that was very brave, very well done. It had a lot of style in it. And it kind of kept it minimalistic and civilized, off in this like West Wing direction. But they did it in a very good and classy way. It felt like they used a lot of man hours doing this. Now, as soon as they went over to season 2, I was actually quite disappointed. I, of course, bought that on DVD. But it was still good. But like I was saying before, with these points, the lines were just being delivered too fast. It was almost as if they did not have enough time within every episode to let the moment settle. And when you don't let the moment settle, things just become irrelevant and too steered, too focused. And that's what I felt that this first season had. Fantastic job with the first season. And the original material that they made here, the original, what's it called? 24 thing here. It was just absolutely fantastic. The level of this was the time when they used this new camera editing trick, where they had these separate frames. And this guy here who plays David Palmer, fantastic actor. The great thing about 24 is not the split screen thing. It's from start to end, at least season 1 to 4. It's just non-stop action, non-stop thrilling and suspense, but not at the usual level. at a really, really high level. The quality of actors that they had in 24 were ridiculously good. These were really, really, really high quality actors, like this guy who played David Palmer, or this guy who played the evil president.
President Logan extends a greeting to his Russian counterpart.
Mr. President, pleasure to see you.
David Palmer's been assassinated.
A year and a half ago, I was told the only way I could...
Just, if you're looking for quality TV, watch that from the start. Season 1, 2, 3, and 4. Really good. There are also some few other good seasons. I think like 5 and 7 are really good. But after that, it kind of goes steeply downhill. And it's kind of annoying how they ended 24. It felt like they never really ended it properly. But you owe that to yourself. If you want to watch something new and modern and exciting, get that on DVD or Blu-ray or whatever. That's a really exciting piece of television show. So much drama, but still very convincing in the way that the scenes settle, and it's not like the Jeremy Brett, Sherlock Holmes, Columbo, Poirot, where it's a lot more settled and calm, but it's almost like a controlled panic. This is how I wanted the Designated Survivor series to continue, in that direction, with not so much of the violence, but those things I feel are really good examples of quality TV. So look out for that. And we also have to go with Simpsons.
I know you can read my thoughts, boy. Meow 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 meow.
When you work the door, the main things are to greet the visitors and toss out the troublemakers.
Oh, the old greeting toss. No problemo.
How did I ever get along without you?
Notice there's the thing when you have cartoons, especially. There's a difference of tone. I think the same company that made The Simpsons also made Futurama. If you look at Futurama, it's very much stuck in this tone that's called sarcasm, and I don't know what you would call it, grayness, evilness, stuff like that. It just feels like it's locked in a certain type of area. Also with Family Guy, as you can see at the bottom screen. It's just primitive, simple, for primitive, simple people who can't really think properly, who have like half evil intentions. But what I really like about Simpsons, what makes it so artful, is how simplistic and cute, down to earth and nice that they can keep on making the jokes. They don't stoop to levels of South Park where they're just ugly, hideous. It's really sophisticated, and you actually have to be, to have what's it called? Know English at a bit higher level than most other modern cartoons, and there's just emotional depth and really good actors doing really good voices and really good scenes. It's just real classic cartoon behavior.
Is your name Bart?
Mm-hmm.
Does your father know you're working here?
It was his idea.
In that case, I'll have a whiskey sour. Ow! What the hell is wrong with you?
Gee, sorry. It's a pretty standard stunt, Homer.
I kicked one of those stupid itchy...
Notice the fact when he hit him with a chair that wasn't blood coming out, or they didn't make it like really ugly, that scene. They still kind of made something out of that scene.
Characters in the butt.
Yeah, there's just no way to resist it, is there?
We didn't have a message when we left. Oh, very odd.
Hello, mother. Hello, father. Here I am at Camp Granada.
Marge, is Lisa at Camp Granada? Cosby's first law of intergenerational perversity. No matter what you tell your child to do, he will always do the opposite. Huh? Don't you get it? You gotta use reverse psychology. That sounds too complicated. Okay, don't use reverse psychology. All right, I will.
I want all 5 t-shirts to say best vacation ever.
And it's just that nice flow that I really wish that more cartoons would have these days. Just like this down-to-earth niceness and sweetness, where the jokes are not at a mean level, but like a more sophisticated, simple, sweet level. So that's what I like about Simpsons. So yeah, thank you guys for viewing the video, and that's all for this edition. Have a nice day.